Hi, Richard. Hi, Richard here. This is my daily posting today, and I'd like to give you just a little background on what it is I'm posting about. Basically, the way my day worked up, I got up in the morning, and the first thing I did is I took a look at my Empower network emails, and the one that came in gave us the information about the three individual videos which had been selected for on products. Contest videos selections have been made and be presented at Denver, and I looked at those, and then I looked at the comments that were made about those videos, and which are positive and very informative, just looking at the comments. And I went down about somewhere in the middle of the comments was one from Rob 4, and I'd heard his name before, but I had never run across him myself directly, but I know he's one of the leaders at the Empower Network, and had a chance to go over and take a look at his website. He just posted a video there, and he was getting himself off of a treadmill, exercise treadmill, and he shared a story there, and that was impressive to me. And then the next thing I did was to go out and walk my dog, and I took along my iPhone and listened to one of the Inner Circle recordings, and one that talked about hypnotic selling by David Sharp and David Wood, and methods of improving your performance in the selling by just coming with better techniques for doing that, and communicating in such a way that those who are listeners would really want to come to you rather than you having to go to them with regard to them being interested in products. And so I took that along and listened to that. And then when I got back, I sat down and I wrote down three phrases that sort of captured what my thinking was with my day so far. And self-development, success approaches, and hypnotic selling was what I wrote down. And then I wrote a blog post and just posted it to my Empower blog. And then I said, well, why don't I just do a video about them too? And that's what I'm doing now, is that video, further amplification on what it is that I had presented then in my blog, and hopefully it'll lend a little more understanding to what my thinking was there. So anyway, I have a little beeper sound going off of a telephone call coming in on some line, which I don't know which one it is, but that's okay. Do you hear that telephone going? Really funny sound. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's a fax coming in, but I don't know. Who knows? Not important. But anyway, let me get back and then talk about each one of these areas of self-development. And self-development popped in my mind after I watched the three videos that were selected for the Denver presentation on products. And I was so impressed with the diversity and the disadvantaged environments that those who had produced the videos, where they came from. A wide diversity, wide illustration of disadvantage, and that brought out in my own mind that really what the Power Network is, based upon the quality of those presentations that were there, is that really the Power Network is a world-class self-development program for everyday people, disguised as a business opportunity. And what a wonderful approach of doing that. And I think that explains a bit what David Wood is talking about, his new vision for the Empower Network of being a worldwide outreach program that has the power of bringing everyday people on board and giving them the skills, making them, or not giving them to them, but giving them access to the materials in which they can develop the skills, incentivized by the financial rewards, of course, that are there. But what's happening in the world, of course, we have an expanding number of people who are having access to the internet, and more people are coming on board on a daily basis and accessing it. And more people are getting advanced devices, mobile devices, and things like that. And it's doing for all ages and all locations around the world. And the Empower Network is positioned right in the middle of that as an empowering device for everyday people. And that means that people can, this is a way in which, through this mechanism, that we can help build a better world by using these type of technologies and letting people be the ones who are by bootstraps, who actually the ones that bring and build this world through their own power of enlightenment and empowerment of themselves by training themselves to do these things. And as those leaders who were those people who did the videos were selected to be presented in Denver, that will give those people a leap forward themselves. That in fact, as they develop, go down the path, they'll build leadership skills also. And so basically we're building leadership, people who have the ability to bring resources into their own local areas, into their lives, and empower other people at the same time. And that's what I think that David Wood has in his mind when he talks about the auditoriums of 100,000s of peoples around the world, and what in his vision of the Empower Network. And I say it's a vision that's possible given the circumstances we have right now, and all we need to do individually, like myself, is simply get on board and be a part of it, and bring other people on board too, and give them the same opportunity to contribute, because it's done by many, not by a few. And there's no limit on the amount of financial rewards that can be generated, because the way the monetary system works, money begets more money. More income generates more income, just by the way in which the monetary system works. And so it's unlimited ability to generate those type of rewards to people and get them passed on to others, in which they then multiply the effect by their transmissions into other activities. And bringing more people on board does the same type of a thing. But what a wonderful, wonderful thing. Self-development program. It's a world-class self-development program disguised as a business opportunity. The next area is success approaches, and it goes back to Rob Four, because I went down and listened to him and his story that he talked about. And what happened to Rob back in the year 2000 is he had a medical examination. The doctor came back and said, "Rob, you better get your affairs in order. You're 2 years to live. You got cancer." Wow, it was not good news for anybody. But Rob didn't sit down and start pining away and thinking about himself. What he thought about was going to happen to his family, because he didn't have health insurance, and he realized that over a 2-year period of time, in cancer treatment, the one that he envisioned that he'd be receiving, that in fact that he would deplete all of his resources, and his death, then there would be no funds for his family. And so he then dedicated himself then to going out and using the skills he had developed and build upon them in direct sales, online marketing, online business, and that he decided that he would then put his whole effort into doing that. And so he did do that. And his approach basically is to learn, and then do, and then share with others or teach others how to do what it is you've done that's been successful. And his experience coming out of that sharing with others, the teaching of others, is very similar to the experience that I had. That the single factor that explains those who are not successful when they try to build and use these online tools is their inability to focus upon doing income-producing activities. We've heard that before, but Rob then came up with a mantra, which is one that is imprinted into my conscious and unconscious now, and that says, if you say "I will" until, that is the way in which you're going to get there. And that's very powerful. Make a commitment, and then do not back off from that commitment until it's accomplished. And so if you say "I will" as a part of the Empower Network, you say, "I'm going to go and get those 2 customers a day. Do whatever is necessary. Work harder than anybody else to get those, and you will be successful by developing that lifetime skill of perseverance." And I agree with that. That basically, I see it in myself, my failure then to not to focus sufficiently on getting those, doing those income-producing activities, and working on that on a daily basis, and the other 8 core commitments and following up on them, which all of them reinforce those type of things. So thank you, Rob, for that great mission. I'm sorry that we're getting blackouts on the screen from time to time. It has to do with one of my settings, I think, on my computer, which I'll have to attend to after I finish this video. The third area is hypnotic selling, and this is great audio that David Sharp and David Wood produced and posted on the Inner Circle. And the wonderful thing about the Inner Circle as a product is they have these great audios there that you can download. Of course, everybody can then go to the Power Hour on Monday nights, which are great presentations, and they record those, and the best are put up on the Inner Circle for people to be able to access later on, like I've done, and put that so it's like my iPhone. So now that when I have some time, like walking my dog or other times like that, I can access one of those, and I get this not only learning experience, but I get this positive feedback of a positive nature rather than a negative nature, which is very, very important in this very negative world that we're in. Now you couple that with reading and the other things that are in the 8 core commitments that we're to do, and then what you're going to do then is you're going to be influencing your subconscious, which works 24/7 for you, and it will then be assisting you in doing what it is you need to do in order to be successful. It will figure out for you what it is you need to do to fix your schedule and do other things, and it absolutely works. It's just the way the body is put together, and so that's why it's so important that you have to put those positive inputs into your conscious mind, so that your subconscious will then take that as a command, and that's what it is you want done, and it will come up with solutions for you. Think and Grow Rich. Go read that book, and that's exactly the commonality between all those successful people that Napoleon Hill interviewed and captured for us. Successful, they just would not quit. Once they had their vision and they said, "I will," they pursued it. But anyway, the Magnetic Selling 5 Secrets to Selling Success. A great one of the audios, but there's many other ones that are out there also. And your path every day ought to be watching another one of the training products that we have in the Empower Network, and then implementing that into what it is that you're doing. Thank you for listening, and hopefully this will expand upon what it is I've written below. And the written word, and it's been a wonderful day yesterday, and producing this video has been another something that I'm very happy to be able to do. So I'm looking forward to seeing you and the both of us on the success side very soon. So your task is to go down and to below or to the side, and click on the free video button, put in your email address, watch the video, and then post some comments on what it is your reaction was to the video after you've seen it back here. So you can share that with others, and then you'll be a part of the process of helping others have an opportunity to share in the benefits of the Empower Network, and helping as many other people out there in the world as we can, and make this a better world for everyone. Nothing could be better than that being something, leaving a legacy in our lives. Thank you again for listening.